Thanks for joining this video, Sound Activities, in the Supporting Your Child's Speech video series. My name's Rochelle, and I'm an Alberta Health Services pediatric speech language pathologist, also called a speech therapist. In this video, you'll learn about using sound activities to support speech sound development. A sound activity is a short activity where you focus on a specific sound called a target sound. Target sounds are sounds that your child has difficulty saying. The goal of a sound activity is to create sound awareness. Creating sound awareness means that you'll help your child to hear and see how the sound is made. Hear the sound is when you help your child to listen to a sound. Listening to a sound is an important step in learning to make the sound correctly. See the sound is when you help your child to see how the sound is made with your mouth. Let's talk about how you can help your child hear the sound first. There are 3 ways you can help your child hear the sound. The first is modeling. We talked about how to model words in the Everyday Activities video in this series. When you're creating a sound activity, focus on modeling the target sound. Emphasize that sound and repeat it, both in words and on its own. For example, if your child is working on the sh sound, make sure to emphasize that sound and use lots of words that have that sound. You might say, let's put on your shoe. Shoe starts with sh, 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 sh. The second way to help your child hear the sound is to talk about the sound. You can give it a fun name. For example, if you're working on the s sound, you could call it the hissy sound, or you could call it the snake sound. You can also call the sound by its letter name. For example, the S sound. There's no right name for each sound. Just make one up that feels right for you. The third way you can help your child hear the sound is to use pre-reading skills, like alliteration and rhyming. Alliteration means that you use the same sound at the beginning of a group of words. Like for the sound, you could say rain, rabbit, read, and road. Rhyming means that you use the same sound at the end of words. Like for the sound, you could say car, jar, star, and bar. Now, let's talk about 3 ways to help your child see the sound. First, add a simple gesture or action. Point to your mouth to draw attention to how you are making the sound. For example, point to your mouth and make the F sound. Or point to your tongue for the L sound. Oh, because we make that sound by lifting the tip of our tongue up. You can also use a gesture that represents the sound in some way. A good example of this is using the quiet gesture for the SH sound, shh. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Just do what feels right for you. The second way you can help your child to see the sound is to use a mirror. When using a mirror, say the sound in front of the mirror so your child can watch you. Talk about how you move your mouth. Your child can try making the sound if they want, but the goal is to have your child see how the sound is made. The third way to encourage your child to see the sound is by using letters. Show and talk to your child about the letter that the sound makes. You can point out the letter in books, on signs, or anywhere you see the letter around you. Connecting the sound to print helps with reading and writing too. You could say, S makes the S sound. I see an S on that stop sign. When creating sound activities, only focus on one sound per activity. During the activity, your child does not have to copy you or try to correct their speech sound. Sound activities are meant to be motivating and fun for you and your child. You might be wondering when to use a sound activity. Well, a sound activity can be incorporated into your daily routine with your child. You can use a sound activity while your child is getting dressed to go outside, during bath time, or at bedtime. You can also create a sound activity during play, when reading books, or when singing songs and rhymes. Simply include strategies to hear the sound and see the sound that work for the activity you're doing. Watch how this caregiver uses a sound activity during a daily routine.
Put on your coat. Coat has your back sound. You make it in your throat.
We can also create a sound activity during play. This can be with any type of play, including games, toys, or even outside play. Watch how this caregiver uses a sound activity during play.
What do you want to play?
With the racetrack.
Racetrack? That has our R sound. Er. What car do you want to use?
This one.
Oh, the red race car. That also has the R sound. Er. Let's try it out. Whoa, that's a ripping red race car. Er.
You can also include sound activities when sharing books. Books work well for sound activities because they often repeat words. Books for younger children tend to use a lot of alliteration and rhyme. You can also use the print in the book to help your child see the sound. When you're sharing books with your child, don't feel like you have to read every word from the first to the last page. Talk about the pictures. Turn book reading into a conversation and incorporate words with your child's target sound. Watch how this parent included a sound activity into book reading.
What book would you like to read? Smelly Socks? That has the snake sound. Smelly Socks. Look, it has S's. An S makes the S sound. S. Smelly Socks.
You can also use a song, rhyme, or finger play as a sound activity. Songs and nursery rhymes work well. Like books, they often repeat sounds and words and have rhyme and alliteration. Songs also have a rhythm and a slower pace, which is a great way to encourage speech sound development. Make sure to emphasize target words. Sing and include actions if they have them. Watch this caregiver use a song as a sound activity.
Jack and Jill went up the hill. Jill and Hill rhyme. They both use the O sound. I put my tongue up. O. It's our singing sound. La, la, la.
For more ideas on how to help your child develop their speech sounds, go to the Pediatric Rehabilitation Health topic on MyHealth.Alberta.ca. Continue watching this series to learn ways to support your child's speech. Watch the Reducing Frustration video next.
Find information, support, and services for you and your child by clicking on the link in the description.